And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the Football Smack Talk Show. I am your host, Ryan,
I'm Eric.
and hopefully you heard that. Uh, we had a little difficulty last week. For any of you that were in the show, it quite literally looked like apparently I was talking to myself. Not really,
Yeah.
not really sure how it
Mhm.
happened. Because on both of Eric and our end, it looked like a normal show.
Yeah,
But
to you and I, it seemed normal. To everybody else, it seemed like you were losing your mind. I'm a figment of your imagination. I
well,
don't really exist.
I have often thought that.
I was sent here by the devil to torture you.
Yeah, I mean that would be that
It would
would.
make a lot of sense.
But according to Facebook, it looks like we're good.
All right.
So we can actually have a full ass show.
Sounds good to me. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. All right, so Eric, you and I were both down there for what was one of the longest days of our lives.
Yeah.
We got down there at around noon, and my God, being over an hour early to get into the lots, I don't think I've ever seen so many people uh,
No.
waiting to get in. It was truly stupendous. So
One thing though, I'll give a lot of credit to the staff that was working down there. They got us in there pretty seamlessly.
they did.
I mean,
What little G?
yeah, hats off to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Krabby, what up? What snacks are we talking about today? Listen, Krabby, I'm just happy that everybody can see Eric here.
Hey,
Um, or yeah, I'm going the right way, right? Um, yeah. So oh yeah, it's the right way. Okay. I always got to remember my camera is mirrored, so
right, right,
I need to point to you. I got to go that way, even though on my screen it's the other way. Anyway.
right. It looks the other way to you.
Right,
Yeah,
right. So we finally got in. We got set up. Obviously, it was the first tailgate of the year, first game of the year. We forgot, uh, paper towels and paper plates, and um, the tent situation was a little bit messed up.
yeah. I
Looks
think we
like,
had the P10 on backwards.
yeah, we might have to retire one of the canopy tents.
Yeah,
But luckily, that was well, it was kind of a free tent, courtesy of um, of a divorce. So um,
so you got the 10 in the divorce. Got it.
no, no, this is not me.
Oh,
But I did end up getting the tent. But I just usually end up getting all the tailgate crap.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So just like the Eagles, our tailgate game was a little sloppy. But we rallied and we got in the game super duper early. Got to see an amazing pregame show, even though that it felt like it was, we were there for like 5 hours before it started.
Yeah.
And it was over before, it started. But it was still nice. It was still great to kind of have the banner drop and unveil it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was nice.
I liked the giveaway too of the replica banner. Yeah, no, mine's still in the car. I know that doesn't seem like I actually appreciate it, but I really do like that. I like the makeshift
They
banner they
gave
gave us.
everybody
Yeah.
these. I saw people with like 20 of them somehow, and
Yeah.
those sons of bitches are throwing those on eBay and
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace for like $50.
Mine's gonna get hung up right back here.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine will
Yeah.
be hung up somewhere, and I gotta get Larry his. But yeah, they're not bad. They're it's again
Yeah.
kind of like a smaller. It has the two hooks up here if you want to actually like kind of hang it. And then of course sponsored by Miller Lite, which our tailgates are sponsored by Miller Lite for the
They
most.
should be sponsored by Miller
Oh,
Lite.
right.
They're just
You really got to talk to them about it.
yeah.
So, well, maybe if anybody knows a Miller Lite rep, we'll we'll
If
get
I
on.
knew a Miller Lite rep, I would have Miller Lights on me at all times.
You would be an alcoholic.
Yes.
Grabby, seeing Eric is the highlight of our day.
All
Uh,
right.
I
Thank you. I'm
don't
sorry about your day,
yeah,
but
I don't think those words have ever been, uh, uttered in the history of the
anything.
society, yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, your tailgate game was on par with the Eagles' overall game. Yeah, again, it was our first game. We had to, shake off the rust and,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I think we rallied very well. We
Oh,
had a really good tailgate. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So it was definitely good. It was a long day, obviously with the rain delay and being that it's a national game, it's we already knew it was going to be kind of a longer game.
Yeah.
But again, when you start a game off and coming off of the high of just you know of
Hanging a banner.
yeah,
Yeah.
having a banner and then all of a sudden taking that, turning that into wait, who's that? Who's hurt? Who's down? Who's down? Wait, what? Why did Jalen Carter just get injected? Like, what is happening? It just all happened so fast.
Right.
Um, it was not cool. And obviously in the stands we weren't able to really kind of figure out what was going on until probably 5-10 minutes later, when we could all kind of look at our phones and
Yeah, I
figure
was
it
gonna
out.
say that's what happened for me. Max looked at his phone and showed me. He's like, Carter got ejected. I'm like, wait, like I saw him leaving. I just thought maybe he had like an equipment issue or something, and I didn't hear the announcement of him
Yeah,
getting ejected. I just saw him marking out the yards and hearing a personal foul. And I was just like, wait, how did we get a personal foul before there was a
yeah,
play?
exactly. That I think
Oh,
was the unfortunate part, but anyway, yeah. So it was a long day. It was a sloppy game, but as far as the game is concerned, if you had to highlight, one part of the offense, one part of the defense, to kind of maybe throw a little praise, what would you say the main kind of offensive storyline would be, or praise that you would give?
I would give 100% praise to Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, that dude. This team did a lot of things to try to lose the game. Jalen Hurts just said, "Nah, guys, we ain't losing today."
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. He definitely he was calm. He was
Yeah.
poised. I said this last night on Birds of the Roundtable. I thought Jalen um, probably had his best game up here.
Yes.
Uh,
100%.
I
Yeah.
thought his decision making, I thought his choices of when to run. There wasn't really too many spots where I was like, he was just boom, ready to get out there, unless, again, obviously it was more of a design
Right.
thing. But yeah, I just thought he,
Yeah. Every decision he made was the right one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really seemed like it, honestly. So that again, I think for that, I was very, very happy for Jalen Hurts for sure.
Yes.
All right, flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. What do you got? What's your bright spot? What's your thing you want to mention?
Quinion Mitchell had a great game. Obviously, the one penalty, you'd like to clean that up. But
Sure.
other than that, man, it was just so obvious that basically Dak was just not going to look at Quinion Mitchell the whole game because he just knew Q had his man.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, obviously, the other corner spot is kind of something.
Yeah, that one maybe not as much of a highlight.
Yeah, that one we might need to get figured out
Yeah,
sooner than later, but still, I thought again, all in all, it was again, not a pretty game, not it's a sloppy game,
no,
for all intents and purposes, but yeah, it was pretty bad. So, any chance you doing a video show from the parking lot? Absolutely, why not?
yeah, we could get talked into that.
Yeah, I was gonna say all I'd really need to do is just bring down the laptop, and some microphones.
Yeah, I think we could get into that. I think that could be a good time. Yeah.
Got a couple just lying around.
I
Yeah,
got one laying here too.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we could 100% do that. And I was going to think, I will say it is easier when we have the full 7 hours.
Yes.
Um, so like a 4 or a night game. But
That Detroit night game.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
looking like a
I was
possibility.
going to say because the next couple games at home are ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In fact, we don't have another non 1 o'clock home game until I think the Detroit game.
seriously.
Think so.
Oh wow. I mean, it's such a stark contrast from last year where
Right.
we were.
And you would think defending Super Bowl champions, we'd get a lot of like I figured we were gonna be chock full of primetime games.
Yeah, I mean, we are. We do have a good amount, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
I think just the schedule, the way it's laid out, like
yeah.
or
Let's
the
see.
teams that we get
So,
are a lot of like they scream to 1 o'clock games.
so here are the non 1 o'clock games starting next week. It is an away, obviously, for
Sure.
25. Then there is October the 9th, which is an away Thursday night game. Then there is a Green Bay Monday night
Okay.
away at 8:15, and then you're right. It is the following Sunday, November the 16th. That is Detroit, which is 8:20. So
Yeah, I would think either the Detroit game or the Chicago game, Black Friday, would be great times to do a show down there.
yeah, well, there we go. Well,
Or hey, why not both? What else we got going on?
yeah, you're right. We could do some shows down there. It'd be real
Yeah.
fun. And anybody from Eagles Pinpool Network is down. Obviously, more the merrier. That would be
And
fun.
hey, you guys are welcome even on the days that we don't have shows going on. 1 o'clock games, come on down, hang out, have a beer. Have a beer on Ryan. Drink one of his Miller Lights.
Yeah, we do have plenty.
Yeah.
Where are we usually at? M
What
five.
was it? M5. Yeah, that's our usual spot. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Listen, it wasn't pretty, but they got to win, and Jalen Hurts kind of again, I think, willed them to that victory, despite
Yeah.
losing your best defensive player before the game even starts, and having a CB2 that was just lost.
And having a silly taunting penalty on Nolan
Oh,
Smith, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
was a dumb
which
one. Like,
I can't tell you how many times of the other games throughout the weekend
right.
somebody did something similar or worse and did not get called.
Yeah.
That's where again, if you're going to make it even for everybody, that's great. I
Sure.
just don't like that. That it was a bad call. I don't think that was taunting. I just think he was excited. He was,
Like the
getting
guy didn't even look at Nolan Smith. Like you would think Nolan would be like trying to get him to like stand over him and like
right.
make him look at him.
Yeah, it's not like
But
teabagging him.
yeah,
You just I don't know, but anyway, yeah. Listen, there were some things to clean up, but I think these
sure.
are things that are easily clean upable. Not that that's a word, but
I think you just made it one.
I might have. So since the game, the Eagles have made a few moves. We have signed Zadarius Smith, which was in the works. They just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure the first game was played, so that way, with the way the money works and the contracts and all that. And then they made a trade for Tank Bigsby, the backup in Jacksonville, which I thought was a little strange. But when you hear, news on Will Shipley, and then you also see how the kickoff game has kind of changed, uh,
Sure.
how the spike in returns now, and I feel like it could be a good opportunity for a team to get a guy and make some pretty big damage on a run, because again,
Yeah.
you guys that are literally standing 10 yards apart, and then they're like waiting, and then they're like, like, and just, again, I just feel
Yeah.
like there's nobody just coming bullet down, flying at you. So
I used to love that. Like I would love watching those special teams plays because it looked like a car wreck coming down there.
yeah, Eric, people definitely brains got rattled around.
Yes.
They're probably drooling in an old folks home right now.
Well, that part I may not enjoy as much.
I don't know. I feel like you're an a-hole.
I mean, yes, but
Sure. Krabby for defensive MVP versus Dallas. Fangio stated his troops changed his game plan on the fly. Yeah, I mean, like I said,
agreed.
he had,
Yeah,
he
he
had
had a great game.
an
Hmm.
immediate change. Like what the hell? But I will say Jordan Davis, I thought stepped up. I would have liked to see
Yeah, he had a nice game.
Romo step up
Yeah,
a little bit more, and overall the pass rush wasn't that great. But Uche I thought played really well as well. Um, yeah, hopefully they have some things to. Zadarius Smith always helps. Adding another veteran to kind of show the young bucks how to do it, how to get to the quarterback.
sure.
I mean, he's what 34, 35, and he got 9 sacks last year with Detroit and Cleveland. So
Hmm.
not too bad. So yeah. Um, so yeah, they get out of there with a victory. Everybody at the game got home super duper late. I got home around 2:30. What time? How about you?
So I probably got home, I guess, around 3:30. But I didn't get to bed till after 4.
Yeah, I probably went to bed at like 3 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a combination of just getting out of there, combination of a accident on 76 the Schuylkill.
Yeah,
Uh,
thankfully I took 95 and didn't have to worry about that.
yeah, you were lucky about that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you still got home at 3:30. So,
I know, right? It still sucked. Yeah.
ah,
Well, I didn't get out of there. I didn't leave right away either. So
sure,
like,
sure.
you know.
Um, oh, so you had a buddy come to the game
Mhm.
without a ticket.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting into the game. Can you reveal how much he paid for one single?
I don't know. He didn't tell me. I
He
didn't
didn't tell you?
no.
Oh, that would have been the first thing I asked. I was like, bro, how did you get in that game?
Well, he got standing room.
Right. Okay, but still, you
Yeah.
got in the
Yeah,
game.
still, yeah.
You
I
got
think it was I
season.
mean I think it was like 300 or so. 300
That's not
something.
bad.
No.
That's not.
Well, I know prices started to drop as we got closer because one, people were scared about getting stuck with the tickets.
Yeah.
And two, the weather was looking like it was going to be dicey, which we had the hour plus delay, which it really didn't. Like, I mean, it didn't really storm much on us during the tailgate.
No, but a slight bit.
Yeah.
But
And I didn't notice where it rained a ton during the game. I mean, obviously, we had that delay that was
yeah, that was annoying as hell.
yeah.
But anyway. But so that was the Dallas game. Let's transition, talk a little bit about the Chiefs before we get out of here. Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah.
Hurts, Mahomes, 40-6.
Yeah, that was the real score.
I don't know why you say it like that. That was the score. BTA, as they say.
Oh, yeah. It was big time.
So obviously the Chiefs are a little hungry to kind of prove that, hey, we were not that team.
Sure.
And they also are there to prove that, their week 1 loss was a fluke. They don't want to go in an 0-2 hole.
Sure. Nobody does.
I'm sure. And I'm sure somebody has the stats. Eric, you and I are not really stat guys. That's not really our forte. It's not our thing.
No, but I can pull out some stats every
No,
now
I'm
and
just
then.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody has a stat of the
Sure.
percentage of a team that was in the Super Bowl the year previous, starting 0-2 the next year, what their chances are getting back to the Super Bowl. I guarantee you It is low,
The
low.
only one I remember being able to do it was the Dallas Cowboys back in so obviously this is going back a ways, back in the 90s when Emmett Smith, after the first Super Bowl, he held out and he missed the first two games and the Cowboys lost. And then they bring him back and they sign him because big shock, Jerry Jones didn't negotiate a contract very well. And they go on a Super Bowl run.
There you go. Crowd, gotta say it's nice to being on the left coast for those night games. Roll out of bed for the 10 a.m. games. Yeah, I gotta say, uh,
That's got to be the
it,
life,
it,
man.
it would definitely be some getting used to, but I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I know I would love it just because, with the way my schedule is, my body clock is always like the earlier the better with all these sporting events. Like, I'm a big WWE fan, and when Raw started going like 100% live, and it was they were over in Europe for like 3 weeks, and so Raw would be on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I absolutely loved it because I'd get home from work and just pop on Monday Night Raw. It was fantastic as opposed to waiting till 8 o'clock, watching about half the show, and then watching it the next day.
Okay.
But yes, so that on that part, like I think that would be pretty awesome. Like basically Sunday night football is over by what 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Grab one last thing about Thursday. With that win, the Eagles have a 500 winning percentage for only the second time in their history, and the first time since November of 1933, their inaugural year. How about that?
Jesus.
In case anybody did not know that.
I
Um,
mean, I knew it was bad. I remember playing some of the older Madden games, and like when you'd beat, you'd go on the season mode and they would tell you eventually, it's like, oh, yeah, the Eagles' historic record is this many wins and this many losses. And I'd be like, oh, man, how many straight freaking undefeated seasons am I going to get a winning record?
it's 8:30 on Sunday. You're
Yeah,
ready for bed. So
that's fantastic.
yeah, that would be pretty nice. Not gonna lie. All right, so Chiefs come
Yeah,
this Sunday for what is it, for 25?
yeah.
Uh One thing, Eric, you are going to be looking forward to Eagles offense versus the Chiefs defense.
Well, are they going to be able to get A.J. Brown involved? Is that's the one thing. And I mean, we talk about it all the time that inevitably with this many weapons, every week there's going to be somebody that's going to kind of be left out. And this past week it was A.J. Brown, one catch for 8 yards.
Yeah.
Obviously you're going to want to get him involved. He's not the kind of receiver who's going to respond well to that. Look, as long as they're winning, I know he won't throw a huge fit, but the second that they stop winning, that's when AJ Brown will get upset that he's not getting targeted. So I'd say get AJ Brown involved. That's one thing I'm looking for.
Gotcha. All right. Flip it over to the Eagles defense versus the Chiefs offense.
I want to see if this pass rush can figure out a way to get to Mahomes. I mean, I really wanted to get the shirt, and if I hadn't spent so much money on all the other Eagles Super Bowl shirts, I would have the 6 sacks. Put that on an effing shirt.
Right. Yeah.
So can we get after Mahomes and get him off his spot?
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. Well, there you go for the Chiefs and the Eagles. Certainly something to look forward to. Eric, if you had to give a prediction and an MVP, what would you say?
Well, I know I've been saying, and I've actually been saying it all week. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this game. I think we're going to get the Chiefs' best efforts. but I don't think I have the stomach to sit here and predict an Eagles loss. Not in week. I'm not going to do it. I think the Eagles get it done 27-24. I think A.J. Brown is the player of the game this week.
Okay. I am going to go with 31-17.
Ooh.
And I am going to go with Jalen Hurts. The man just knows how to play against Spags.
And Jalen's just a winner. Like, say whatever you want. You don't like his stats. You don't like, about whether or not he's an elite quarterback. The dude just wins.
Just
Everywhere he goes, everywhere he's
what?
gone, he wins.
Eric, what would you rather have?
The winner. I don't care what the other option is. I want the winner.
You have a quarterback A, throws for 5,000 yards every season, throws for 40 touchdowns every year to 6 interceptions, runs for 500 yards, scores another 10 on the ground, is efficient. Or you have player B who, maybe 2,500, 3,000 yards passing, another, 700 on the ground, 30 total touchdowns, but wins when it matters. And
I want the winner.
yeah, I mean, I
want the winner.
understand how people ignore the win factor. Wins is the most important stat a quarterback can have.
I mean, what is it Herm Edwards like to say? Hello, you play to win the game. Like,
Seriously.
I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that.
It really doesn't. Krabby, Chiefs cannot overcome the loss of wide receiver number 1 and number 2. Mahomes' numbers in the last 2 seasons have been mediocre. Kelsey is a step slower, and Fangio will be Fangio. Absolutely.
I
All right,
mean,
well,
you ain't wrong.
no, you're not wrong. It is that time of the show.
Okay.
Everybody's favorite time. It is another episode of Stump the Hump. Okay?
All right.
So, since we've brought back Stump the Hump, Eric.
Yeah.
You have not been the greatest. Again,
no.
We'll chalk it up to rust.
Sure.
For a while, but we need to start getting you into regular season form, Eric.
Yeah, it's the regular season now. I got to start getting into form. Yeah.
All right. So I have in front of me,
oh boy,
the top 10 seasons. Now you don't need to necessarily know the seasons.
Okay.
But for the stats, the most sacks in Eagles history in a season. The top 10 answers. I need you to tell me who they are. And listen, if you can tell me years, if you can tell me sack totals, fantastic. If not, that's fine. I will fill in those blanks for you. But got to give me a little bit of context with, you can't just, say, it's going to be, I don't know, Jeremiah Trotter. You got to be like, oh yeah, I think it was this year, that year, when, something.
Right. No, I got you. Yeah.
So, all right. So Eric, top 10 seasons, most sacks in Eagles history. Not total, career.
Right. No, I got you. I got to believe Reggie White in like 91, 90, 92, like in that area. Well, 92, he was still here. Yeah. So in one of those 3 years, I'll say 91 because I know that was an unbelievable defense that year.
It was. That was number 10 on the list with 15 sacks.
Okay.
So that was the last entry. So everything else is 15 and up.
Okay. I know that Jason Babin had an unbelievable season when this team was absolute utter dog shit. Um, it was either 11 or 12.
I'll allow that. 2011 with
Yeah,
18, number 3.
yeah, I knew it was that one was pretty high up there. Okay, I so I'm gonna throw out a guess because I like if this guy like don't let me elaborate if this guy's just not even on the list. Trent Cole.
No.
Okay.
Trent Cole, best season he ever had. He had 2 separate 12 and a half sack
Okay.
seasons, '09 and '07, 19 and 20 on the list.
Okay. I mean, still not bad, but not what we're looking
So,
for.
okay, you quite literally have only named 2 out of the 10,
Yeah.
right? But you
Yeah.
have 1, 2,
That means I have 8 to go. Yeah.
4 more names.
Oh, only 4 more names.
So, only hand I'll give you.
Okay, then I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Reggie had to have had a couple more of those years.
You would think.
Yeah.
Name me a year there, buddy.
89.
Was 89 the year that he was a little banged up?
Oh, it might have been. I
Uh,
thought that was the year of the Fog Bowl, and I thought he had a good year that year.
uh, no, he is not here for 1989.
Okay.
Reggie is not there for 1989.
Oh, Jerome Brown.
Yeah.
No? Clyde Simmons.
Jerome Brown's best year. Oh, it's
Not good.
not. Yeah, it's not in the top
Not
25.
for a pass rusher. Yeah, he was more of a run stuffer. Uh,
What other big name?
Clyde Simmons.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many? He had 1989 at 15 and a half,
Oh, nice.
number 8 on the list. So we have what'd you have? Number 3, number 8,
3,
and
8,
number
and
10.
10. Okay.
You got a lot of names here. Come on.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now, how many of these are like recent? Like,
None. 1.
okay.
Remaining of the 7 selections remaining, only 1, 2 are above a 2000 and above.
Oh, geez.
The oldest one is 1984, which I don't think you'll ever get.
Now,
But um, yeah, most are kind of in that late 80s, early 90s. If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
yeah, no, the Reggie White. I know he's got a couple more years that
Come on.
he's in there.
All right, let's
80,
check them out.
yeah, 88.
88, number 4 with 18 sacks. Reggie
I
White.
already said 90. Did I already say 90 or 91?
You said 91. 90 is not on this list.
Okay.
Just, I believe, just missed with 14.
Okay. 92. Was he?
Just missed
Yeah.
with 14.
Okay. Well, I know he wasn't on the team anymore after that.
So maybe late 80s.
Yeah, so 87?
Jeez, Scott.
I'm just going to go down.
You are just.
The worst.
Yes, no. 1987. Number 1.
Yay.
21 sacks.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Bang!
Yeah, my man was getting after it. You said nothing else past 2000, so that
No, well, no, I said there are 2.
okay, there are 2 past 2000. Okay.
But what about more Reggie? What about the Years around 1987.
86.
Yeah, 18, number 5.
All right.
What's another?
85.
No, not that early.
I thought I said already 88 and 89.
Yeah, 88. 18 sacks, number
Oh,
4.
okay.
So you have 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 10. So you still have number 2 needed. You still have number 6 needed, number 7, and number 9. Reggie's all done.
Okay. Can I finally?
But there are still some repeat names.
Okay.
Well, one repeat name.
Okay. Have I already said this name once?
You have.
Oh, Jason Babin had another one?
No, you did not.
Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think he did.
Number 2 on the list with 19 sacks.
Clyde Simmons?
Clyde Simmons, 1992.
Oh, yeah, he did have a monster year in 92.
All right, we have the top 5 all taken care of. Now you need 6, 7, and 9. 3 names, 3 different years. 2 of them 2000 and up. 1 of them before. I'll even just tell you the year 1984 with 16 sacks.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I'm just going to give that one to you. Greg Brown.
Okay.
Number
7.
Yeah,
you could have given me 100 guesses. I would not have guessed Greg
I
Brown.
figured as much. So the number 6 and number 9, 2000 and up. One a lot more recent than the other.
Okay.
But they are notable sack getters.
Okay. Reddick.
Very good.
22, yeah.
22, 16.
Yeah.
Now we just need number 9. I'll even give you the year 2000.
Oh, 2000. Yeah, that had. I'm trying to think who was a defensive end in 2000 because that's where it had to have come from. It couldn't have been Corey Simon.
No.
Yeah.
This player was not originally drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
But this player also has.
Hugh Douglas.
There you go. Hugh Douglas was 15.
Yeah.
There you have it. There's your top 10. Reggie with 21 and 87. Clyde with 19 and 92. Babin, 18 in 2011. Reggie in 88 and 86 with 18. Reddick, 16 in 2022. Greg Brown, 16 and 84. Clyde Simmons, 15 and a half and 89. Hugh Douglas with 15 in 2000. And Reggie, 15 in 1991. Reggie, though, man, I mean, the fact that he has like 3 years here that aren't in the top 10 that are still 13 sacks and above.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. There was Stump the Hump. Always fun. Please let us know if there's any category or specific question you'd like to stump the hump. Please submit those. But other than that, we are going to get out of here. We appreciate everybody for the love and the support. Please make sure that you are following Eagles Pinpull Network, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. Leaving 5-star reviews, liking, following, sharing. All those things take 2 seconds for you guys, but mean the world for us. So we do appreciate that. And of course, if you are new to DraftKings and you'd like to sign up and get a little bonus money, use code EPPN, I believe, where you can get some free money from DraftKings. So,
nice.
Yeah, so do that.
Where was this when I signed up for DraftKings?
I don't know. You were too late, but
I was too early.
Yeah, too early. Yeah. But that's it for us. We're going to get out of here. We will talk to you guys next Wednesday where we will be breaking down, hopefully, another Eagles victory. So that's it for us. Anything to add, Eric, before we get out of here?
Nah.
All right. Gotta love it. Appreciate you, Krabby, for hanging out with us as always. And, of course, Little G. Always appreciate Little G for hanging in there. But that's it for us. Eagles are 1-0. We're moving on to the Chiefs, and we'll talk about it next Wednesday. Please make sure you follow all the other shows. Armchair Scouts are actually going to be later tonight. Usually it's Monday evening, but it'll be tonight at 9:30. We'll be breaking down week 2 of the college game and talking to you about some Eagles targets to look at. So, thank you very much. We will see you guys next week. Later. Have a good night.
All right, go Birds. Happy football, everybody.
Go Birds.